Are there any Native American restaurants? Yes. There's a wonderful place called Off the Res in my neighborhood run by members of the Blackfeet tribe with amazing fry bread and fry bread tacos. Native American cooking has widespread influence, a lot of which we don't recognize as distinctly Native American. But for instance, cedar plank grilling, such as with cedar plank salmon, is a Native American technique that is now widespread among seafood restaurants. There's a highly regarded fine dining restaurant serving indigenous cuisine in Minneapolis called Awamni. Usually near a reservation. If you want to try something, fry bread is always a win, even though the backstory to it is a bit depressing. The cuisine of Oaxaca, Mexico is heavily influenced by native and mestizo foods and traditions. Bonus points if you can find someone selling fresh pipicha and epazote to garnish tacos with. Also find out the right time of year to get fresh pitahaya. Mitsatom Native Foods Cafe in Washington, D.C. Sly Fox Den in Pocatanic Bay. CN. Pequot Cafe in Ledyard Court. Yoicon by Chef Tanya Bryant in Oswegan, Ontario. If you're willing to go as far as Minneapolis, Minnesota, there are a pair of highly regarded farm-to-table restaurants by Native American chefs. Awamni in Minneapolis. Gatherings Cafe in Minneapolis. In the Denver area there's Takabe. Kind of a similar experience to Chipotle but with fry bread and bison ribs. Delish. There's the Smithsonian National Museum of the American Indians Mitsatom Native Foods Cafe in D.C. That's actually a really good question. To add some context, I live in New England, so if anyone knows some spots around here that'd be awesome. Though I would like to visit some places out west at some point. There is one in Oakland, called Wapefa's Kitchen in the Fruitvale. The chef is from the Kickapoo Nation of Oklahoma. She was born and raised in Oakland, California, on Ohlone land. https://wapefaskitchen.com. I asked this question to a Navajo friend. He told me to get tamales from a Venezuelan food cart. NYC. His words. It's the closest thing to what has been lost. He told me erasure of recipes and cooking techniques over centuries means there's not a cohesive, indigenous cuisine, like we are used to for other parts of the world. The cafeteria at the Native American Museum in Washington, D.C. is really good. But I went many years ago. So far all the ones I've seen are in the Four Corner states. Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico and Colorado. Mostly fry bread and corn-based dishes. The only one we tried when we did road trip was Indian Pueblo Kitchen in Albuquerque. Awamni in Minneapolis. Sean Sherman, the founder and chef, just won a Julia Child Award. Everything served is native to Americalc. Duck, sumac, natural ingredients. Sherman is also working a nonprofit to support all indigenous food education movement. Yeah, there's some Native American restaurants in areas near the big reservations. I've been to a few around New Mexico and Arizona but have basically never seen them anywhere else. There used to be one on an island in Seattle that you had to take a boat to. But I think the pandemic killed it. Tillicum Village. Shout out to Awamni by the Sioux Chef in Minneapolis. In Oakland, we have Wapepa. I actually ate there for lunch just last week. The Chickasaw Cultural Center in Oklahoma has a cafe with nativish food. One of the best lunches you can have in Washington, D.C. is at the National Museum of the American Indian. It's split into sections like a cafeteria, but the different sections are for foods that come from different parts of the country. Really amazing food. Arizona has a 5-star restaurant called Kai.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. ShakarikiCast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.